the wedding is at the top. You go over the top is the wedding, and then you're just screaming.
Well, even if you make plans, you never think you're really...
Hi everyone, welcome to the Hartrimony. My name is Jhanilka.
And I'm Anthony.
And we are the Heart Dogs. If you've never been here before, we discuss family, finance, and fitness. And
on this take of the Hartrimony, we'll be discussing tithing. This is something that we've actually done recently, so we want to kind of go into the discussion about how we started it and all that fun stuff.
The last time we spoke anything about religion, I think we were looking for a church out here in Dallas.
So that was a while ago.
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago or so. We were deciding between T.D. Jake's non-denominational church and a traditional
Catholic church.
Which I grew up Catholic, communion, confirmation, the whole shebang. You grew up?
I grew up being aware of what a church was, going on Easter like, normal people do. So we ended up deciding to go with the full-blown Catholic church.
Yeah, we got married in the Catholic church too.
We got married in the Catholic church. I actually got baptized last Easter.
Yep.
So coming up on a year of Catholicism. So at the end of the class, you take a 18-week class of Catholicism, and you learn about the religion. And at the end of the class, you go through your baptism and all that fun stuff. So recently we got out of debt, and I said, once we got out of debt, I want to be able to give back to...
Yeah, we want to be able to tithe the way that we should. Because usually when we're in church on Sunday, we just drop whatever cash
in a wallet.
We have.
So it's normally like $1 or $2. Like it's
very rarely
like it's a tip. You're giving a tip to the church.
Very rarely we had a 20. So then we were doing our budget meeting in February, and it was time to start tithing. So
the full blown tithe. So what is a tithe actually?
You explain, because when I said, how do we know that's that? You were like, this is what it is.
So we're not going to go full blown religion. A tithe is a tenth of whatever it is that you have to give. And that could be either finances, that could be either time, that could be if we were shepherds, we'd be giving 10th of our sheep. I don't know. And you could dig into the Bible and find out what actually a tithing is, but it's a 10th. That's essentially.
So 10% of our income needs to be going to the church is how
per the Bible.
Per the Bible and per our understanding.
So we were like, well, this is.
So we're doing a budget. It's like, oh, it's time now. We're out of debt. It's time to do the tithing. And
before you even go there, the reason we wanted to do it after we got out of debt, because we wanted to make sure that we were able to take care of ourselves before we started taking care of others. Growing up, a lot of us feel like we got to take care of a whole household before we're even able to take care of ourselves. So
I'm only child. I was taking care of myself. But...
Well, yeah. I mean, you usually growing up, you want to take care of your mom, your brothers, your sisters, everyone. Okay. And you're barely making it at that point once you take care of everyone else. So he said, we want to take care of ourselves personally first, and then being able to, once we're in a better position, take care of everyone else behind us. So that's why we chose to wait until after we were out of debt and that first official budget meeting.
And because a 10th of our income is a good coin that we want to do during our debt journey anyway.
Yeah.
So in the budget meeting, it's like, okay, it's time to start tithing to the church, because we have this Catholic church, the place where he got baptized, we go every Sunday. Well, Tony goes every Sunday. Sometimes I have to work. So when we looked at it, I'm like, this is close to somebody's rent that we're about to give. So I was like, who said it needs to be a 10? Mind you, like I said, I wouldn't say I grew up in a church where I was there every single Sunday, but communion, confirmation, wasn't acquired at a young age. So I'm pretty aware. And so he was like, I'm going to tell your mother you said that. I'm like, I just want to know who said it. So he pulled it up. He's like, the Bible says it. Da, 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 da. So I'm like, so I want to clarify. I wasn't hesitant because I don't want to give the money. It was just more along the lines of like, I felt like we're giving that amount to the church. I need to be doing more than showing up on church on Sunday for an hour and a half. I need to be a server. I need to be bringing up the bread and wine. I need to be
usher.
Yes, I need to do something.
You gotta start by actually being there as well.
Don't shade me. I go when I can. If I'm not there, I am working. There's, God understands. And I know some people they're against tithing because they're like, the church can do all these things with your money, which that wasn't really my worry, because I feel like that's on them. If I'm giving my money and they're doing something else with it, God would, karma, they would have their own issues.
Yep.
That's not really anything on me. But it just was like, damn, it was a hard pill to swallow, essentially.
And one of the reasons why I felt like I really wanted to tithe the full amount was because it was about the church. Obviously, it's about God. We're not gonna go into religion too in depth, but I felt like you give and you're able to receive. So
right.
I feel like this is gonna come back in another way. We started focusing more on religion. We were able to focus on getting out of debt, building our relationships, getting more on track physically, mentally, spiritually, and it came back. And that was just putting in the time in the church. And now you're putting in your finances. I'm not saying you're putting in 10, you're getting back times 10, but you're putting in enough where tenfold, yeah. But I feel like you're putting enough into, you're putting enough into God where it's going to come back to you in the long run. It may not come back to you. It may come back to your family. It may come back to somebody you love. So that's kind of why I wanted to do more of the full 10%.
Yeah. And so like I said, my hesitation wasn't just like, I don't believe in what's happening and stuff like that. And, the church, they show you everything they do with the money, and I get all that.
And you go to the budget meetings if you want.
Yeah,
we're about to be in there. We're about to be shareholders in the church.
I get all that. So it just was like a shock of like, okay, well, I guess. So we still haven't figured out how we're going to get a bit more involved besides just the amount of money that we're sending. That's another part of it. Because the just sending the money and not doing much, I don't know.
Yeah, they do tons of stuff. Me personally, I'm not going to be in a retreat every single weekend. Like I said, I'm just an avid church goer at this point, try to make it every Sunday. We tithe. I think that's pretty much our involvement with the church right now. We were trying to actually do a Financial Peace University Dave Ramsey class in the church. So that's been a way we want to give back.
Yeah.
And we've also been trying to do more in the community as well. So it's not just about, this video is about tithing, obviously, but it's more along the lines of just giving back financially in a way that hopefully is able to help others.
Yeah. And I know a way to look at it is like, I wouldn't have this money without him anyway. So, to give that amount to him, it's not a problem. But let me tell you, I was like, okay, maybe we should start with half of that amount this month. And then we can do the full next month. But we end up just ripping the Band-Aid and just like, they automatic now, they're pretty high tech, and it'll just come straight out of our account like a bill. So
it's essentially a budget line item at this point.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts on tithing, how much you give. I know some people say I give what I can. I totally get that, but we're at a point, thank God, that we can give the 10th of what they're asking for. I know I had a discussion with my best friend, and she was like, some people say that you should give like what you would get before taxes.
Yeah, that's another story. That's another story.
But just let us know, like, do you tithe? Are you against it? Are you for it? Your thoughts on like what got you through it? Maybe at this point, if you've been tithing for years, it's automatic, so you probably don't even think about it. Or
if you haven't even thought about it, what makes you think about it now? If it is something that you're even thinking about
or consider, yeah. So let us know. Thank you for joining. I know it's been a little bit, but we're trying.
We're gonna try to keep it going.
We're trying.
We keep saying that though.
Yeah, we do, but so what? So what? You gotta keep trying. You're supposed to keep going.
We keep saying we're gonna be back in the next, a quarter later.
We did one in January, missed February, but hey, don't worry.
Cool.
Thank you for joining.
Peace.
Follow us at the Hartrimony on Instagram if you're not.
All right.